Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today I'm going to be talking about what I want the Houston Rockets to do with the number 10th overall pick. The Houston Rockets received the 10th overall pick last night in the draft lottery thanks to the Phoenix Suns and Brooklyn Nets, because the Rockets made the trade with the Brooklyn Nets to give the Nets their draft picks back for the Suns draft picks, and the Rockets received the 10th overall pick last night. But there are there's still about two other picks that the Rockets have of the Phoenix Suns outside of that 10th overall pick. The Nets got the 8th overall pick, so they got that draft pick back in hopes of it being if it was going to be a really good draft pick that they could have, and they only got number 8 last night. I know that their pick was better than the Suns, but it wasn't by much, and I think the Nets' hopes were to be that it would have been a much better pick that they would receive, and that's why they made the deal, and they didn't. But now we talk about what the Rockets need to do with the 10th overall pick. There's only really one NBA player. There's only really one player in this draft that I have my eyes on at number 10. And if he's not available at 10, I think this is something that you probably need to see this pick traded. And the number one guy I look at is Colin Knipple from Duke. And the only reason that he's the only guy I look at that, as the Houston Rockets should draft in this year's draft is because of what Ime Udoka said, what we've seen from this team, that what they desperately need, that's three-point shooting and free throw shooting. Ime Udoka was asked what this team needs or what this team needs to add in or something like that in him and Rafael Stone's season-ending presser, and he said a 50% three-point shooter and a 90% free throw shooter. Knipple isn't exactly that, but he's a 41.3 3-point percent shooter, and he's a 91% free throw shooter. So he would fill that checkbox right there for the Houston Rockets. And I don't think he falls at 10, but I've seen a couple mock drafts where he falls at 10. One of the mock drafts I saw was a Bleacher Report mock draft where the Rockets take him at 10. He's the number one guy I want this Houston Rockets team to draft. But if they don't take him at 10, if he doesn't fall to him at 10, I want to see this Houston Rockets trade this 10th overall pick in a deal where the Rockets draft, where the Rockets send number 10, where they send number 10 and, they send it back to Phoenix in a Kevin Durant deal, or they send it to, they send the 10th overall pick to Atlanta in a Trae Young deal. One of these, Giannis in a potential Milwaukee deal. So that is what I'd like to see, in my opinion, where the Rockets, get a deal done, and send this 10th overall pick for a superstar. Knipple's really the only guy I look at that I'd like to see the Rockets draft to that 10th overall pick, and the only reason I do look at him is because of the Rockets' desperate need of three-point shooting and good free throw shooting that he provides. Let me know your thoughts on the Houston Rockets 10th overall pick in the comment section, and peace out.